And at a certain point, you'll run out of adjectives to describe the rhetoric of the President of the United States, but your response to the speech today?
Well, he's adding more countries every day. Yes. Yeah, I think it's because, he said before the election that he was going to end the war in Ukraine and Gaza on day one. Unrealistic. And it seems like he's insecure about this, not being able to accomplish what he promised. I think folks have to just stop listening to him. I think that I feel really bad about having to say that. Or maybe we just give him a medal. Remember at the end of The Wizard of Oz?
He really wants one.
The end of The Wizard of Oz, the wizard gave the lion a medal. I think that's the point.
I think if you could do a Truman Show Nobel Peace Prize sort of thing for him, he would be extremely excited about it. But that point you made, I want to ask you about these two conflicts. One is today he came out seeming to sort of oscillate back towards Ukraine, and maybe they can get all their territory back and now open again to sanctions. Now, again, people talk this 180, but part of the thing with him is this inconstancy means you never know if whether that's going to last. Where do you see our role in that conflict right now?
Well, I think we still need to support our ally, Ukraine, help them. We used to give them. Now it's done through European nations, selling them the equipment they need to defend themselves. The war has changed dramatically. I sit on the Armed Services and the Intelligence Committee. In the beginning of that war was a lot of artillery, exchange of artillery fire. That's where some ground would be made or lost. That is now FPV, first-person drone warfare, which has really changed what ground combat looks like on, certainly in Europe. We have to continue to support them. It's also not realistic, what the president said today. I think he even said something about maybe Ukraine would gain some Russian territory.
Yes, he said maybe they'll get past their borders.
Talk about a 180. You're talking about a 180, and then let's go 100 yards down the field. This war can end when it gets really uncomfortable for Putin, when he is affected financially. If we could stop the purchase of oil by China, India, Brazil, that adds up to a lot of revenue. There's legislation to do that. We could put more pressure on the Russians. It's interesting. I think the tariff rate on Russia right now is 10%.
Yeah.
Now we don't buy a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
stuff there, but just as a symbolic, measure, we could raise the tariff on Russia, demonstrate that we are serious about this. Ultimately, I think it's going to be fine.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're talking about Jimmy Kimmel's big comeback. And let me tell you, it has Donald Trump absolutely losing his mind. Kimmel came back with what might be the biggest audience of his career, dropped a knockout monologue, and Trump went into a total posting tantrum on Truth Social. So today we're going to break down Kimmel's jokes, Trump's meltdown, and what it all really means. Let's get into it. Kimmel wasted no time. He took a shot at FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr, saying he's the most embarrassing car the Republicans have embraced since the Cybertruck. Then he went right for Trump's sore spot, the Epstein scandal, joking that Trump might have to release the Epstein files just to distract everyone. He even poked fun at Disney, his own employer, reading a fake official statement that said, "Please reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu accounts." And, of course, he mocked Trump's infamous autism press conference, saying if you follow Trump's advice, you too can look like a glazed ham. Finally, he closed with something powerful. This show isn't important. What's important is that we live in a country where we're allowed to have a show like this. And then came Trump's response, pure meltdown mode. On Truth Social, he ranted that Kimmel's audience is gone and his talent was never there. That ABC had told the White House Kimmel's show was cancelled, and that Kimmel is basically an extension of the Democratic Party, which he called an illegal campaign contribution. But here's the key. In trying to insult Kimmel, Trump basically admitted that the White House pressured ABC about his show. That completely blows up the whole business decision excuse his allies were pushing. This isn't just about late-night TV. This is about free speech. Republicans love to say they're the party of comedy, the party of free speech, but when someone makes a joke about Trump, they demand people lose their jobs. That's not free speech, that's hypocrisy. And let's be real, Trump hates when Epstein gets mentioned. That's the wound he can't stand being poked. Kimmel went there and Trump snapped. So here's the takeaway. Kimmel hit hard, Trump freaked out, and in the process, Trump admitted the truth, that this was never about business. It was about his own fragile ego. And honestly, the best part is that all of us get to watch it happen in real time. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments, do you think Trump just made Kimmel even more popular by melting down like this? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.